So if you're involved in a wreck involving a motorcycle, there's a lot of things that you need to do. I'll highlight just a few of them. First of all, motorcycle wrecks are different because juries, adjusters place a lot of emphasis on whether or not you've worn a helmet. If you don't wear a helmet, I got to be honest with you, they're going to hold it against you. If you do wear a helmet, you need to preserve that, because oftentimes when a motorcyclist is involved in a wreck, the helmet shows quite a bit of damage. That's a great visual when you're trying to establish what your injuries are, because the helmet shows what could have happened to your head. It's also a visual demonstration of what did happen to your body. Clothing preservation is extremely important. If you're inside a car and you get hit, very rarely do your clothes tear or shred or whatever. But in a motorcycle wreck, oftentimes your clothes are shredded. Again, that's a visual representation of the force of the impact. 3, motorcycles need to be preserved so they can be thoroughly inspected and photographed. Because of the nature of the kind of collision, a lot of times the cars, if they hit you from behind, are hitting a tire, and then the rest of the motorcycle is flipped down the street. So there'll be a lot of damage to the motorcycle body itself that needs to be thoroughly photographed, whereas in a car wreck, if the car hits your motorcycle, it's usually just to the front of the vehicle, and the car usually doesn't show a lot of damage. Insurance companies base a lot of what they do off the visual. Is there a lot of damage? If so, they can then believe that there was injury. If there's not a lot of damage, which again there often isn't to the car, then they tend to be suspicious and skeptical that you really should be injured, if at all. So preservation of the motorcycle itself until it can be thoroughly inspected and photographed is extremely important.